So summer, we always think is all about fun and relaxation, but for women going through menopause, it can be pretty uncomfortable. The hot and humid weather can make symptoms of menopause worse. It can be pretty uncomfortable, we said. And so we want to talk about that this morning. Joining me now is Dr. Nicole Dogor. You're with Texas Women's Pavilion, or Texas Children's Pavilion for Women. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So I never really thought about, the symptoms of menopause don't sound fantastic anyway, but how are they worsened or made worse by summer? Are we just talking about hot flashes?
So definitely we can see hot flashes be much worse during this time, but other symptoms as well as depression, sleep problems, memory issues, and weight can be harder to manage during the summertime. Yes, I'm going to focus a bit more talking about hot flashes because everyone knows about this. And so we know this is, accompanied by intense rise in body temperature and sometimes visible flushing that women can experience. For some women, this goes on for years during the menopause transition. And so we know it's caused by declining levels of estrogen that's going on. Our brains are very sensitive to this decline of estrogen in an area called the hypothalamus that controls both sleep and temperature regulation. So that's why we see sleep problems as well can be worse during the hotter weathers. So
But can you do anything about sort of these hot flashes?
That's what I'm gonna next talk about is that women, we do encourage them to carry maybe electronic fans, wear lighter clothes, and even our mindsets around this. So we know it can go on for years. So having more of an acceptance-based mindset where I can get through this will pass, as opposed to this will never pass, can actually make some of this better or worse. So our mindsets can really make a difference here. But there is effective, safe treatment that we ask women to talk to their doctors about. Hormone replacement therapy is a safe, FDA-approved treatment for hot flashes. There's even newer treatments that are not hormones called Veoza that women can really work with to use that work in the area of the brain that controls temperature.
Really?
So we ask them to just talk with their doctors. There's no shame. This is the most common symptom. And so we really want women to feel empowered to talk with their doctors.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one that, even when it's not 102 degrees outside, when you're inside in the AC and all of a sudden it's like, well, why am I sweating? What is going on? So that's very difficult. Talk about weight gain during the summer and what that has to do with menopause.
Yes, so there's a lot of more activities, parties going on, and so we know that we may be more tempted to have not the best nutrition, right? Higher carbohydrates. We know that women during menopause transition, their carbohydrate intake can cause quite of a problem because estrogen helps with insulin resistance. We lose this. So we're more prone to, if we eat a lot of carbs, more prone to risk of diabetes with this. So we're really asking women to be thoughtful about their nutrition intake, maybe have more complex carbs, fruits and vegetables, as opposed to the potato chips that we see more at parties in the summer, and alcohol intake. Also, it's harder to work out in the summer. If you really enjoy outdoor walks, that may be tougher. We see that with menopause with women, muscle breakdown is actually at a higher rate. Estrogen helps with muscle tissue. And so we encourage women to do power resistance training, get in the gym since it's hot outside, maybe get some weights at home, because that can really help protect your muscles and your bone health if you're doing that in the summertime.
So, we talk about in menopause-induced insomnia. And as you're talking about these, doctor, do all these sort of go hand in hand, or some people might get hot flashes and then never have a problem with insomnia?
Yeah, so hot flashes is the most common symptom. About 70 to 80% of women will have that. Insomnia may be related to the hot flashes because they're so common at nighttime, right? But we can see women who have depression also be related to insomnia as well. And so insomnia may not always occur, but we can see women who have a history with depression be more prone, particularly in the summertime, to struggle. As a psychiatrist, that would be something I definitely want to make sure that women know to focus on mental health care, because that can be harder in the summertime as well. Well,
especially probably as a psychiatrist, if women don't even realize that is why some of these things are happening, I'm sure it could be made worse. Just talking about it, I would think would help. Something that I hear a whole lot about are a lot of friends doing these sort of steroid and testosterone, testosterone pellets to increase your energy. And I'm like, that sounds fantastic. Completely different. And should women going through menopause or premenopausal, would our bodies react any differently? Do we need these, not need these? What do we need to know?
What we would recommend is that we do go with FDA-approved treatments, because some of the formulations of things that are not FDA-approved may have some harmful substances in it. And so we really recommend women to talk with their doctors, get their hormones level, kind of particularly testosterone, checked beforehand, because there can be some risk to using things that are not FDA approved.
And those testosterone pellets are not FDA approved?
Yes, but there are forms of testosterone like gels, patches that we do use with women. At the Menopause Center at Texas Children's, we make sure we do an individualized plan with women that's not cookie cutter. So we're looking at their hormones, we're looking at their individual history to find a treatment plan that works for them.
So if you decide to go to one of these clinics that offer those services, you should definitely let your doctor know about
it. Yes, exactly.
Like, here's what I'm looking at.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate you coming in today.